Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Keep Learning. So our topic is approaches of curriculum development. So let's begin. The approaches of curriculum construction provide guidance for developing curricula of different subjects. These are based on the principles of philosophy, psychology and sociology. There are three approaches which are commonly used for developing the curriculum. First is subject-centered approach. This traditional approach was developed by Ralph Taylor in 1949. Under this approach, curriculum is divided into subjects like English, mathematics, history, science, etc. These subjects are taught in different classes. The curriculum framers have to decide which part of subject should be taught in lower class and which part in the higher class. For this, they keep in mind the maxims of teaching, like simple to complex, known to unknown, particular to general, etc. And such maxims help in fragmenting the course contents into different classes. Simple course content of a subject are kept in the syllabi of lower class and the vice versa. The curriculum framers lay down the hierarchy of course contents right from the beginning of schooling till the last stage. Then, applying the maxims of teaching, the course contents are segregated class-wise. In this way, syllabus of each class is developed. Different disciplines are designated for practical reasons. The essential knowledge of each subject is gathered together to be taught to students. The core subjects are studied by all till secondary stage, and thereafter optional subjects are introduced and studied by students according to their aptitudes. This subject-centered approach is still popular in our school. It is claimed that most of the knowledge is divided into subjects. There are some significant limitations of this approach. Like, this approach requires the learners to accept the information being given rather than constructing the knowledge themselves. Students remain passive listeners under this approach. Information given in the books is final for the students. Another limitation of this approach is that each subject is taught in isolation of other subjects. No relationship is established between or among different subjects. In real life situation, decisions are taken on the basis of integrated knowledge, so as an approach that helps the students to take decisions on the basis of integrated knowledge should be preferred. Then second approach is child-centered approach. This approach is also called learner-centered or student-centered approach. According to Noonan, child-centered curriculum indicates a close relationship between curriculum, planning goals, learning objectives, and implementation. Under this approach, the teacher is no doubt the prime agent of curriculum development. Both teachers and students share responsibility for the learning process. Under this approach, curriculum should include the principle and procedures for planning, implementing, and evaluating the curriculum. The development of such a curriculum should contain some key points. First, analysis of students' initial and ongoing needs. Second, selection of contents and setting priorities. Third, determining the methods and strategies for learning the content. And last, determining the procedures of monitoring, assessment and evaluation. Thus, under this approach, teacher plays the role of a facilitator. He or she assesses students' needs, enables them to suggest the content to be learned by them, and finds out how they want to learn the content and determines the procedure of evaluation in consultation with the children. So the children are the central point during all the phases of learning. Students feel more attached in learning the content under this approach, as the course of the curriculum transaction is determined by them. This approach takes care of students' needs and the way they like to learn and be examined. They become motivated and willing learners. Teachers also feel more satisfied as their students take more interest in studies. However, this approach has also been subjected to criticism. Some teachers feel that students, particularly of lower classes, are not matured enough to decide what to learn and how to learn. It is also claimed that students find it difficult to work in teams as they lack the knowledge of team skills. And some students prefer to work alone, so they feel uncomfortable in groups. Now the third one is life-centered approach. Life-centered approach aims at developing a curriculum which helps the student to prepare themselves for life. The International Commission on Education emphasized on the concept of lifelong learning. Such a learning in a philosophy that involves the development of knowledge, skills and values throughout the stage of a person's life. Lifelong learning is not just an intellectual process. It covers all aspects of a person's life, of his or her intellectual growth, role in the community, role at the workplace, personal growth, and physical well-being. Such learning is based on 4 pillars. First, learning to know. Learning to know involves the development of knowledge and skills that are needed to function in the world. These skills include literacy, numeracy, and critical thinking. These skills can be developed by having proficiency in language, skills of number and mathematical approach in all the aspects of life, and develop logical thinking. Second is learning to do. This principle lays emphasis on preparing the students for assuming their role in the work situations. It involves the attainment of skills that are usually linked to occupational situation, such as computer training, training in managerial functions, communication skills, etc. Third is learning to be. This pillar or principle develops the personal trait of body, mind, and spirit. This include memory, critical thinking, imagination, physical ability, aesthetic sense, proficiency in communication with each other, and the skill of group leadership. The emphasis here is on one's self-knowledge and personality development. Now the fourth one, which is last, learning to live together. This principle is considered to be the foundation of education. The International Commission on Education lays great importance to this principle. It says that education should develop the values of mutual understanding and peace in the world. The people of the world should develop mutual understanding and resolve the conflict peacefully. Students should be developed into matured personalities who should know themselves and should try to understand others through dialogue leading to empathy, respect, and appreciation. This principle also implies that we should recognize our growing interdependence, about experiencing shared purposes, and about implementing common projects in a joint future. Thanks for watching this video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe our channel. Stay connected, keep learning and keep supporting. Thank you.